Hi, and welcome to R2RB Indie Artist Podcast Series. And today I have with me Deanna and Ryan from RanD and DB Productions. Hello and welcome, and how are you?
Hello,
Hello.
thank you for having us. We're very good. It's Saturday, so always good
Yes,
on a Saturday.
always good. It's hard.
Absolutely. So I always like to ask two questions to get us started. And the first one is, what is your favorite app on your phone and why?
You?
Diana, you first.
No, you.
Me, well,
I know yours.
Diana already came up with my answer, which is Bet365, because I'm a sports betting journalist by trade, and I'm always on the sports bets. So, but luckily I'm quite good at it, so it's okay. Um,
And my one is Spotify. I'm always just looking for music and checking artists. And well, I have a lot of applications of design and photography, but really I'm on Spotify always.
and
So
Facebook, no,
have
no,
Facebook, yes.
Facebook.
Now,
Yeah,
yes, with
To
community
admit
and
to the
everything. So
Facebook addiction.
Facebook, of course.
absolutely. And where would you like to visit? Number two question, where would you like to visit that you haven't been to already?
LA,
Well, California for me.
California. Yeah.
Just to the US in general, actually. I've not really been to the US, just like one day when I was a little kid. So I'd love to see all of the US, but the California coastline
Yeah,
looks
would be
amazing.
fantastic. I was like 3 months in New York and Washington, but I couldn't go to California. And yes, for sure, I would love to go.
Especially now with all the what we've been doing the last year. We have a lot of friends in the United States that we'd love to visit as well.
That's right.
So
Absolutely.
that's one of our dreams in the next few years, I would say.
Oh, that's great. And I have been to California. I actually lived in California when I was much, much younger, and it is definitely a place to put on your bucket list to go out and check. Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
Where is it you're based right now?
I'm in Delaware, so I'm on the East Coast.
East Coast.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I was in Michigan, like I was in Canada actually, and we went on a day trip to Michigan. So
Yeah,
that's where I've
yeah, right over
and
the
I
border.
flew in via Boston, but really I've not been to the US.
Yes, definitely have to make a trip over. And myself, I would love to go to Barcelona. So you're in Barcelona?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are in
Yeah.
Barcelona. Beautiful.
Deanna, are you from Barcelona or someplace else in Spain?
I'm from Colombia. My mother
Oh,
is from
Colombia.
Spain. So I'm in here. My mother is from Spain and my father from Colombia. That's
Oh,
why
wow.
I
Okay.
have both nationalities.
Mhm.
Cool. And Ryan,
Love
you are from Scotland in
Scotland.
case nobody could catch your accent.
It's not too strong now. It's
No.
still there, not too much. I've been living here 12 years, so it kind of faded with not speaking English that frequently. Apart from to Diana, but we speak kind of a Spanglish,
Yes, it's true.
a mix.
Of course, if I don't find the
Or
word
even
in English, I just say it in
Colombian
Spanish.
English. I have all the good Colombian phrases learned at this point.
Whatever works, right?
Yeah.
Uh, well, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't. But there's miscommunications of languages. But
Well, that's true. No matter what language you speak, there's
Yeah.
always some
You know,
miscommunication.
the same language and they cannot understand each other. So, wow,
exactly.
that is quite challenging.
So, Scotland, Spain, how the heck did you meet?
Diana, you can tell this
In a bus
story.
stop. Yes, yes, here in Barcelona, and I saw him. He was very tall, and I was like, oh, he was handsome, and I don't know what we said, and we just talk, and we were just speaking and speaking, and yes, we had a coffee, and we just continued, and yes, your phone number, and yes, and like that, 8 years.
Wow. Ah. So, Ryan, you just kind of said, I'm going to do it, and here's my phone number.
Diana was the forward one.
Deanna.
Diana's the. I'm very shy. I'm actually very shy,
Well,
believe it or
yes,
not.
I cannot say that that is not true because was me.
And
Okay,
here
no.
you are. So, did you then learn that you both had the same, that you both, loved music? Were you doing your music at that time, 8 years ago? You must have been.
It's like the first week, I remember he showed me a book of poems, and I was, oh, so beautiful. And the next day, he made a poem for me, And I was like, oh, this guy, a bit ridiculous. But then when I just read really the poem, I was, oh, this can be a song because it's me, the musician, Brian. No. So I said to him, wow, I want to sing in English. But of course, I'm not good just to compose a song and all of this. No, I can speak more or less, but not to make a song. So I said, this is a song. And I made our first song.
Well, I always had the idea that I could write lyrics. Let's say I'd been doing poems since I was young, and I'd actually written a couple of rap songs,
Really?
like 25. Actually, I really should bring those back to life.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
But so when I met Diana, she had the idea that I could write some lyrics for her, and it took maybe about 7 years for it really to happen.
7 years.
7 years?
I wrote one song, Up All Night, which is one of our, I'm not going to say big hits, that would be pushing it, but one of our popular songs.
Okay.
I wrote that 7, 8 years ago when I first met her, but it was only in the last year that we actually decided to become a band.
Really? And were you living in Spain at the time you met Deanna?
Yeah. I moved here just before I turned 30, just because of yes, I wanted to change country and have a new life, and then I became a sports writer. And that's, I mean, I've been a writer like since I was young, but I hadn't really put it to task until I got to my 30s, and then that's when I met Diana, more or less.
And so that's how you came
Diana
together.
really pushed me. She pushed me into the writing. Sorry, Diana really pushed me into the writing because she saw that I had some talent. She saw it and said that I could pursue more of a career. And I was doing IT, which is really boring. So now I'm lucky that I'm doing sports writing.
So
at least.
are you still doing the sports writing, or are you just doing just music?
That's the day job, sports writing. Luckily, it's not like a 12-hour, 5-day. You know, I'm a freelancer, so I can pick my times to work. So it gives me the flexibility to do R&D stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So you came together and you are RanD, RanD, capital R, capital D.
You might think it stands for Ryan and Deanna, but it doesn't. It doesn't stand. It's reliable. Well, I came up with this. It's reliable and dominant.
Really?
Just a joke, really. It was Ryan and Deanna, but I said we can give it a variety.
So with the social media, he did all of that. While I was just doing my production courses, and I made a master in production, all of this recently. I am a teacher, a music teacher, just for a long time. My grandfather was the one that taught me how to sing and guitar. So he created a method. He had his own method. It's a spectacular method.
Your grandpa was quite famous in Colombia.
Yes, he was famous in Colombia. He's Spanish too. Spanish because the Civil War, so they traveled to South America, a lot of Spanish.
Wow.
In the time of the Civil War, so my grandfather and his family, they were in Colombia. And he created a method, and I was teaching it. But I never thought that I could be like an artist, you know, like
really?
yeah. I was always teaching, singing, but making my own songs. But for me and my family and friends, you know, I'm shy. I'm introverted woman. So it's like, no, it's not for me, this. And concerts and all of this, no. Mm-hmm. But was Ryan. Ryan opened the social media, everything. And we made a song and it was nice. And he found the EWL show.
In the EWL.
Yes, Tim.
Yes. Yeah.
So we laugh now.
Wow. Tim is the one that helped us to.
He played our first song, Forbidden, which is my comedy rap. An actual rap song we did release, not my original rap, which is it's okay. But got quite a good reception. And then I started trying to engage with people. I had no clue really, because I'm not really active in social media or at all with music and indie music community. I had no clue. I love music, but I've not been involved with that. So it was just stepping into the dark, trying to get, and like, look, 10 followers. Oh, look, 20 followers, And
I think that's
really
when I think that's when Christina said, and that's when I started following you. Like I had said, that Christina had posted about R&D, and you had very low numbers on followers, and she said follow, and that's exactly when you were very low at that time. But it's
I mean, for
so
us
yeah, in
to have 10 followers was so cool.
For me, was wow.
The first time we got a positive comment, it was like, wow, someone likes our music.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, like, wow, this guitar, I mean, wow, yeah, and the voice, oh, wow, someone like it.
Because really, Deanna is a musician, but I am, like I say, just a writer. So for me, it was almost like a game to try and be a band. I was like, look at all the music that's out there. It's rubbish. We can do something that might be better than a lot of it. So let's try. But it was mostly just fun. It still is just a game for me, because I never dreamed to be a musician. So it's not like my destiny. But for Deanna, I think it is
I found it
something that she had dreamed of for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you bring out something in each other, and then you bring it together and have this beautiful sound in the end, and your words and the music is just absolutely beautiful. So you're doing something right.
We appreciate that. It always amazes us really to get nice feedback, like I say, because it isn't. I never imagined.
When I was reading, the Scotsman and Colombia, Barcelona, Spain, bossa nova kind of influence for you. Yeah, so it's just, and at first it was like, that is some combination. Let me see how that works. But you both have just made it work so well. And have you found the indie community? I know you have, but when did you really know that you became part of the indie community? When you start having all those followers?
Yes, just a lot of followers and
not a lot even, but
people,
just I would give David from the Flying Beats a big shout out, because he left the nicest comment, I think, on our second song, Bright Night, on our Facebook page. And that's when Deanna really started to believe that people could like our music.
Bands.
And then other bands started following us. I was like, look, these are real proper bands that are following us. It's not spammers.
Right.
Real bands.
Exactly.
So, and then just Tim's show. Again, I've been at Tim's show every Friday for like 6 months in a row, or like for the last 6 months. So I really just became part of the community doing that.
Support. And that's why I opened DB Productions, just to find out what happened with R&D, because he's the one that
I control R&D.
Because of course I am a bit anxious with social media and can be very
stressful
for me. So I prefer just to make music and to do my things. But of course, I was very curious, who likes my music, who is commenting about me, And I opened DB Productions just to see, and then I saw that could be a nice page, for me as a producer. Also to bring services online, because most of my work is just with people in here in Barcelona, not online. Of course, this is very new for me too, to work online, to receive tracks online, and to make music like that is wow.
And now you have a bigger reach to, Barcelona all the way over here to the United States, because you have a lot of followers from the States, correct?
And it's
half of them, at least.
Yes, for me, it's unbelievable that, was Ryan, as I'm telling you, was Ryan that found all of the community, and now to find more people, because there are a lot of people from different countries in there. Is absolutely amazing.
And so let me ask you this questions about working with other indie artists, because not every indie artist has the funds, the money to put into a good sound system, into good recording equipment, to the overall mastering. Is that something you do then? Tell me a little bit more about DB Productions and what you do, and is that something that you would do with an indie artist trying to start out these days?
Exactly. As I told you, I made a master in production and a lot of courses, and I never knew that I was going to be like
enjoy it so much. No?
Yes, it's amazing how I enjoy the mixing, the processing of mastering, and all of this. I love it. So I started just with few artists in here, producing them and just testing all of the technology and the investment, because yes, it's a big, big investment in this technology. And well, and now with the artificial intelligence, anyway, there are a lot of possibilities. It's spectacular. So I produce myself. First I was, wow, I never thought I was going to produce my own self. And then, well, I thought, why not to help people that don't have the possibility? I did, well,
Worked with Digito,
Dugito, well, I said to Ryan, say to the community, maybe someone wants
a free mix
a
and
free
master.
mix and mastering, yes, and Dugito was the one. I was so happy because this guy is
Recently
amazing. And I made, yes,
working with Wendigo Drifter as well. I don't know if you know
Oh, I
Wendigo.
saw that. Yes, and both artists I'm very familiar with. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah.
But yes, of course, this is like the beginnings of DB Productions online.
It's all kind of coming together. It's like we've spent so many years developing new skills, and now we've found the point that we can make
Where
something with them.
exactly.
Because I started making videos last year for no real reason other than just boredom. Like I'm going to start making reels and sports ones. And then learning that, I was able to start making videos for our music. So everything that I'm learning and that Deanna's learning is
Everything
now
just
coming
comes
into
together.
the DB
So
Productions.
Yeah, yeah. So
banner.
you've taken the time to put DB Productions together. You've taken the time to learn the pieces that are going to make it work, and then and that's a big component of it.
my aim also is to help artists for free, and of course, I don't want to be, like the big company and the no. It's just this is a not a hobby, but yes, because I have another job, of course. I have a main
Well,
job.
we want to see what can
But
happen.
yes, it's beautiful also to help artists to record their songs and to put them
Yeah,
out.
Well, to
yeah.
do
So,
collaborations is
and
it's amazing.
collaborations, yes, of course. But
I
I'm
think
thinking about producing artists.
Well, for sure, some for free, but not everyone.
This is
yeah. In the beginning, it's free, and then that's how you get started. You get the word out, and you have work with different indie artists, and then you build on from there. When did DB Productions start?
well, this
Just
starts
this,
like 1 year and a half,
You know.
years more or less, yes.
Okay. All
Like
right.
what I'm doing here, just locally with people in here, just.
Now you're around the world.
Exactly. Yes, it's so nice. The online world is just this really after the pandemia. Pandemia is in English, yes?
pandemic.
Pandemic. After the pandemic, I think that a new world for everything just is
Yeah.
opening.
You have mentioned AI, artificial intelligence. Do you work with that in with the productions that you
Yes,
do?
but of course, not a lot. Just few things, of course, because now you have everything in softwares. No, you don't have to buy expensive hardwares to
Hmm.
get the sound you want, the analogic sound. No, because of
Yes.
course digital sounds weird, but no, I just this is the AI now in the production music. Of course, you have another tools that make rubbish music or the auto tune or all of these things that, well, but this is for me, it's not quality music. And anyways, a lot of people are enjoying that because, as I'm telling you, it's expensive. When I thought that I could just put a song in Spotify, but never, if you don't pay for a night studio and a lot of money, you cannot do it. But now, yes, it's possible. So why not? I don't criticize a lot of people. Oh, the industry of music now is rubbish with the AI. And well, no, I think that
No, it's like the end result is what matters. No, it
Yeah.
doesn't
exactly,
matter how you
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
ex-
And,
if you
and, and,
express what you have,
And I think a lot of the indie artists are using AI somewhat, like you had mentioned, not through the whole production. Crypt 13 and a few of the others on Christina's show 2 weeks ago with the music videos that were being released, and they use the AI. I think, if used correctly, it enhances, and and as, for yourselves also using it in the correct way, it's a great tool. But then there's others that unfortunately will always, use it the wrong way. But I think having, using it wisely is a good thing. And Ryan, just to go back to something you said also about followers, and it was something I had put into my questions here. And let me see if I can explain or ask the question better than I did in what I had sent you. You were talking about follows and people following you and bands following the both of you. And I've been having this discussion with other indie artists as well. Excuse me. So at one time, because I'm a bit older, we didn't have social media. We didn't have Facebook, Spotify, blah, 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 blah. If I went into New York City when I was younger, which I did, and I still do, people would be handing out the CDs with all the samples on it. Here, take this, here, try that, here's this. Do you feel that Facebook with the follow with bands, is that what we want? Or do we want people who aren't necessarily other indie bands or duos or, soloists following and liking and streaming? Would you rather have people like, everyday listeners, everyday fans doing the streaming? Does that matter to you?
We don't do follow for follow. I'm not like a fan of that, but I'm not overly concerned about this. I think everyone has to do what they have to do at the start. Sometimes you need to build a little bit of support, and maybe
Absolutely.
you follow people because they follow you. I don't think there's anything morally reprehensible about that. But at the same time, of course, you want real ears, people, real listeners that like your music. So we're built. That's why we don't have like more followers. Let's say.
But for example, in my case,
I never tried to get followers. It's building slowly. So most of the followers we get are people who genuinely liked something or saw somewhere that they liked something. I think, but I don't really care too much. It's just more important that people that follow you engage with you.
Right.
This is the thing. Who follow you or you follow someone, at least engage with them. If you don't do that and you're just trying to build the followers, then it's a bit pointless because you'll end up with 10,000 followers and 10 likes on a post.
Exactly.
So it's pointless in that respect. But,
yes, I prefer my 10 followers that really like my music, but also the numbers, for example, in my case, if I want to show my production services, people of course are going to see my numbers because yes, some people like, oh, how many followers she has.
People
because
place
she
an
has
emphasis on
100,
it.
no, she's not popular.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are living in a world like that, so you have to have a balance. I mean, in the middle, everything in the middle.
Agreed.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I think Facebook has been hurting indie artists too. But, and for me, I believe that AI is behind a lot of the where you can't post, you can't like, you can't comment. It's even done it to me, and I think the algorithms are getting crazy for whatever reason, and then the AI behind it all, you can't do this and you can't do that, and
But also they are implementing all of that. You have to also understand that they are implementing that. So there is a time to taste, to do things, and let's see where this goes.
In general, I'm not a fan of Facebook, but I like the indie community that we're involved in. But Facebook as a company, or
people in our age, and Facebook is different than Instagram and TikTok. We have more connection in Facebook. I feel that I found people of my age.
We have that connection, but that for me, it's the only positive experience I've ever had with Facebook. Generally.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of it, and I think it's done a lot of bad for society. So, and it messes with people's minds for sure with the likes and who saw my comment and who does. It's really exhausting sometimes.
Yes. That's why
because they mess with the algorithm. I know that because it's like, oh, we're not popular anymore. We only got 4 likes on this post. Why? And I'm not even like that, but other people can really lose their minds over social media. So for me, it's mostly the indie community has restored some faith there. I'd lost
Yeah,
them.
it's a great community. Even just for me being part of it, and the relationships that I have, formed, and being able to reach out and say, "Hey, I like your music," or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely done a lot of good for a lot of people, and there's always going to be a downside to other, with whatever it might be.
Always, yes. In real life and online, always things happen
All
as
right, so
well.
let's talk about your music. Let's
Mm,
go back to that. So,
kind of
Ryan,
like
you,
that.
you have been writing since you were young. Where do you get your inspiration from?
Um, well, the inspiration for this, let's say these songs that I wrote for Diana was Diana principally to write songs for her to make her happy. I got your new song. But then specific inspiration is more or less the world that we live in, I guess. A lot of my songs, well, they're not negative, but they're based maybe on negative emotions that want to make positivity out of those negative emotions.
Hmm.
Um, Sometimes it's like I'm not going to pretend that I'm some kind of wonderful, uh, amazing writer who's got all this inspiration. It's more like, okay, I'm going to write a song. What can I do? I'll come up with maybe a line or two, and then I open a rhyming dictionary, which I like to use.
Oh, cool.
So I have this. I like to place. I was explaining this to Diana. For me, it's like a chess, and you're building blocks of a song. Sometimes it can just be like I'm typing it, and 5, 6 lines come out. I'm like, oh, that's really good. Other occasion, maybe I'm like, oh, this is a real struggle, and I'll have to edit and go back on it and spend hours on it to make it better. So it's a process, but it's not always the same process.
Cool. All
Um,
right. And so once you're finished with your lyrics, you go to Deanna and say, "This is what I have written." And then, Deanna, you take it and put your beautiful music to.
mhm.
Yes, and sometimes I said no.
No,
This
she'll
is
tell me,
so.
sing it, sing it.
Sing that. I sing that. Can you sing that? No, please change.
And then I sing it in the same tone that I sing every song, the same way.
He always wants like country music. I have no idea why.
A few of our songs should have been country songs, but unfortunately, Diana took them another
I
route.
was gonna, I was gonna ask you about that part. I mean, if you take, his lyrics, Ryan, you must have, something running through your head,
For sure, I've got a
you
genre in
know,
mind.
but then
It's not only country.
to give it to Deanna and say, okay, here it is.
But last week, I specifically wrote a punk song. So this is an exclusive. That our next song is going to be a little bit punk, and that was deliberate. I conceived how can I write lyrics that are punky. Other songs I'm like try to maybe copy an artist, not copy but take inspiration. Let's
Hmm.
say David Bowie, for example. I've tried to write like him just by looking at their lyrics and how they
Right.
actually look on paper. Because sometimes you're surprised. You're like, the lyrics are really bad. Not
Yes.
David Bowie. David Bowie's always good, but a
Some
lot of artists, you're like, this is
wow.
really bad. Forget this. I'll come up with something better. Um, so yeah. I don't know. I just enjoy it. I love writing, so it's fun. I always get into it. I get a real rush when I do something positive. I get really excited and it keeps me up all night.
And Deanna, so when you put your music to Ryan's words, has he ever come back and said, yeah, no?
Nah,
No.
not really. No. Diana's got a real touch. I don't care. I mean, once I've done the lyrics, it's basically, yeah, it's up to you now. Because
Okay.
Diana's a musician, so I would feel, I of course say to her, she asks me for opinions and I give them
But
as a fan, I don't have a musical ear like
as a musician,
as
no.
a musician. So once I've done the lyrics, it's like up to
But it's
Diana.
beautiful the process because when I read his lyrics, it's like instantly I feel the music. It's unbelievable. I cannot explain that because this is something that is in me, maybe. But I read the lyrics and I'm like, wow, such an incredible ballad. Or this, for example, the punk that he wrote. It's a punk. It's unbelievable. And I will try. I know I don't have voice and I've never played punk, but why not?
Got a nice like
Yeah,
guitar
why not?
there.
So
I,
I will. Let's see how
yeah,
it.
no, I see, I see. And Ryan, do you play an instrument?
No,
No,
nothing.
nothing.
No, I tried to play guitar when I was in school, and my teacher hated me. I was rubbish. Really, I've never been instrumental,
That's a
but I
beautiful
love
thing.
music. I do love music.
That's why two of our songs, I said to him, you have to sing them.
I have some karaoke songs,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't want people to think that I'm not really into music. It's just I've never been a musician, so I was always dismissive of that. Because I had long hair, people always asked me, "Are you in a band?" I'm like, "No, no way." But I do love music, and all my friends were massively into and in bands as well. So I was surrounded by music always. But no, I just never had the inclination to play an instrument. It's just too much.
But
Too much for me.
whatever the two of you do works so well. I mean, it just flows. And to be able to have that connection where, the lyrics and then the music and they just all come together, I don't see that happening too often. Those indie artists that I've spoken with, they're usually a singer-songwriter, so it's their words, their music. But to be able to take the lyrics and put the music to, I'm in awe of that. I am not, so I love to sing, but I kind of sing by myself.
Mhm.
And I love music. I played cello when I was in school, but that was the end of that. But I love music too. And that's really, kind of how I got started with the indie artists. So I just find that all amazing that the two of you just connect so well. What projects are you working on? Can you tell us?
Well, we've got two songs that we're working on at the moment. One, the punky one, and another one that is more like a rock. A
Rock
little bit of David Bowie inspiration for that one.
Okay.
Um, Other than that, well, I've got the podcast.
and the podcast.
I've got an episode with Deidre Patrick coming up.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
So Deanna's going to join me for that. It's going to be her first co-hosting appearance. So we're excited for that.
Because I love Deidre.
Deidre's so nice.
Her is just when I found her, this is also
She's
amazing. That's
brilliant.
why I'm always on Facebook. Just find it, Facebook and Spotify, you see, because wow, music, new music. And Deidre for me was, wow, this woman, amazing. And then to have the opportunity to speak to her, and wow, I'm very happy. So I said to Ryan, all right, I'm going to participate. Why not? But for sure, this one and another one. But that's all.
We have
I'm not a podcast woman.
one or two things maybe in the pipeline that I can't speak about yet. But other than that, like we're doing a lot of reviews and reels for artists, just trying to I always say co-promotion. Like if it's good for you, it's good for us, it's good for everyone.
For everyone.
So if we do a review and we do a reel of an artist, it highlights who they are and it introduces us to their audience and them to our audience. So I think it's
exactly, and we encourage.
and we love doing it. That's the thing. So
it's the same,
it's just a lot of fun.
Share. It's beautiful because then you find.
And we made new connections like this because,
it's beautiful.
of course, people love to have positive reviews about their music. So
Absolutely.
everyone that I've written a review for has been so warm and happy to receive that and become almost friends quickly.
Yes, it's beautiful for me.
It's really nice.
Something about me is like, oh yeah, I cry and everything. No, for me, it's just very exciting. Everything. It's so beautiful,
It
really, really.
is. It is.
That is nice. Is for me, it's just happy. I can die.
Yeah, I like to give that feeling to other people.
Yeah, I love
especially people who deserve it, who are in the community that support other people that have a lot of talent as well, and not too much ego. A little bit of ego. We like a little bit of ego. I like.
Yes,
of course.
We have a lot of people helping Christina, and a lot of people helping. Well, team for me, team is amazing,
and the work that
yes, well,
been doing with David as well.
Help us a lot. David has been very nice with us.
Been very fortunate just to meet so many wonderful people.
A lot of beautiful people and well, Wendigo Drifter as well. Yes, that I love them.
It is. I for myself, because I am a introvert. I'm not an extrovert, so I do have sometimes will have a panic attack before I do my interview. Or anxiety, right, goes sky high. But I wouldn't trade this part of it at all, because meeting like the two of you and meeting all the other wonderful indie artists that I've had a chance to interview is, like you said, you kind of become family. New friends. I get to, explore the world through, your eyes, or, Paul Dillon over in Scotland, or the Crom over in, let's see, Paul Dillon is over in Ireland, the Crom's over in Scotland. But, if we didn't have that opportunity, how boring would life be, right?
It's
Exactly.
amazing. This
Yeah.
the technology, yeah, it has its ups and its downs. Some of it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, because
Like we could do these dreams of ours. Wasn't possible even really 10 years ago. It was maybe possible, but more expensive. Now it's like everything is possible if you just have the belief and the desire. And
yes,
we
Absolutely.
have
discipline of course,
and the
because
discipline, yeah.
yes, without discipline, impossible.
Yeah, you have to work hard every day.
So what's next besides your projects? Anything else you have in the works? Or not your projects, but your 2 new songs coming out. Anything working for DB Productions?
Oh, we want to release like
TV productions, yes, we have some plans, but we cannot speak
we
about
kind of speak about one thing.
A lot of projects, and now I'm working with the Spanish people in here, of course, making beats. So yes, this production thing there are a lot of things to do. So yes,
I'd
we
like to
have
release our music as an album. We have
he's speaking about the
11.
album.
We have 10 songs,
yes,
or
why not?
11, 12 songs. I wanted to release as an album, but Diana just released the songs one by one.
Because it's the first time in my life that I do that, and for me it's amazing just to receive a track of guitar and then me adding the drums and all. It's just amazing. Yeah,
It is
I'm
amazing.
like a child, just making all of this and enjoying it every day. For me, like wow, what else I can create? So it's beautiful. The music, I love music. So yes, there are a lot of things to do. Definitely,
Oh my gosh.
it's only the beginning.
And more podcasts. I've got another. I'm going to invite someone for a special episode. Hopefully, they're going to say yes. I'm looking
cool.
forward to that one. Hopefully, after Deidre. A lot of people have contacted us as well to ask to be on my podcast, which really flattered me.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I've only done a few, and people are asking to come on the show. It's so cool. Really, it's a lot of fun. We're just amazed by that. Like living our dream.
It is fun. I mean, it's nice just to be, you sit down and have a conversation with somebody, not necessarily about their music all the time, but, in the beginning, who are you? Where are you from? What have you done before? What led you to this, doing the music? Again, I would never have thought many years ago I would be doing anything like this either. And to be able to help, excuse me, an indie artist starting out, I like that aspect of it. And speaking of people starting out, what advice would you give a new indie artist starting out in this path?
To be the obvious things, like you have to work really hard and believe in yourself. I would say retain neutrality on social media. This is a good one. And try to only either support bands or promote your own work and stay out of other issues.
Yeah, because
you're always going to end up making problems if you get involved with stuff. And if you really want to elevate and get to a position where you have like a little bit of support, you need to just to avoid those things.
Focus in your art.
Focus on your art.
That's all, because this is the most important.
But then you have, I'd say, promotion is important.
If you enjoy what you do, then people receive that feeling.
The one thing I would say is, and I quote David Bowie on this, he says, once you've made an album, you have to sell it. And if David Bowie had that mentality, then it's good enough for me. Because
Absolutely.
This guy was the greatest artist of the 20th century, and he recognized the importance of marketing. So unfortunately, it is a devil that we have to deal with. But you can have fun with it. It doesn't need to be so boring. And that's what I think we learned this year, that it's actually quite fun to do the marketing. Because it's not all...
It's a lot of work. I mean, it's just not, you don't go into the recording studio, record your music and throw it out there. There's so much in the beginning just to get to that point. And then it's a whole nother full-time job just for marketing and promotion.
Exactly. Yes, it's not easy. So that's why we appreciate the effort that people put into their marketing, also commenting, also everything, we are taking our time, and I'm very thankful with the leaders, let's say, the community, that they do a lot of things for free. So this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, cross promotion.
Yes. I love this community.
It's funny. It's like you say about the work. It's like the podcast. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do a podcast. But then once I've done the podcast or done the episode, I'm like, to do the production now.
Of course.
Takes me like 15 hours. It's the whole week producing the episode, trying to get the audio and the video because I never did
because
this.
you do video. I don't do video. I just do the audio, which is time consuming in itself. But to do the video, I haven't stepped up to do that. I don't think I will. But that's another, like you said, another 15, 20, 100 hours.
All week I'm there like trying to make it better every night. I'm never satisfied. So I usually spend 5 nights, like not even editing the audio. It's actually just putting little video clips in and synchronizing the audio with the lips. This is the thing I work on.
Taught me, don't be so perfectionist.
Yeah, you don't need to be so perfect.
Because if you are so perfectionist, you don't do the things, then it's just nothing. So
quality, yes, but you can.
Yes, quality, but don't overproduce.
Yeah, I don't edit the conversations, for example. I never.
Exactly.
I just keep the conversation unedited because nothing bad ever happened that had to be edited.
Yeah, so. That's very nice what you do, because yes, he's like, okay, let's do it good, but let's do it. Because
exactly.
It is for, oh no, because my wall, because always I find a problem. It's not gonna be professional. So, but here, So,
well, I did that in the beginning with my podcast. I thought about it. I talked about it for a year and finally decided, well, if I didn't start, I was never going to start. And I needed to take that leap of faith to just do one. And I started with women entrepreneurs. So that's what I was doing in the beginning. And you're right. We're probably our own worst enemy with overthinking and doing. And I didn't have any of that background with podcasting or audio, or forget the video. So it's like, all right, just do it.
Exactly. Yes, but it's like that.
Well, the software now allows it that if you just spend a little bit of time learning, it's actually quite simple. Maybe time consuming, but it's much easier than I would ever have thought.
It's better to improve your own self, your quality and everything. But it's to do it.
It's fun.
With the I've never thought to put a song in Spotify, but Ryan was, yes, it's good. I mean, wow, I don't know. It's just so simple. And no, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our message is keep working and keep dreaming.
Yes.
Working and dreaming. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So where can everybody find you?
Well, we're on Spotify and all the music platforms.
Everywhere.
All of them are on YouTube. I haven't created a channel yet for my podcast. It's just on our R&D channel on YouTube. It's horrible. Our underscore space. I made a terrible mess of it, and Facebook will not allow me to change it. It's really, I've lost about 6 hours trying to fix that problem, and I can't. So it's what it is. But if you go to DB Productions, you'll find everything there.
Yeah, okay.
Productions, and then from there, yes, R&D is very difficult to find, but we will solve them.
You have numbers though after your letters, 82.
279, yeah.
Is there a significance?
I realized, yeah, there is actually, but then I realized it just looks like a spam. No, but it was because they wouldn't let me do R&D 2024. There was no possible combination. I tried, and then eventually 8279 are our birth years.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Now we are giving the whole details. Yes.
I won't tell you my password. Keep that one secret.
One is 79.
And our dreams.
Oh my gosh, Deanna and Ryan, I want to thank you both so much for joining me tonight. I always enjoy my conversations with indie artists, and you are no different. Anything else you'd like to share with everybody before we sign off?
No,
thank you very much.
Such a pleasure to speak with you. You've been so nice and really easy to speak with. I think we had a good time. Diana was very nervous. I told her not to worry. Actually, I wasn't nervous, which makes a change because usually I'm super nervous.
Yes, super nervous.
Or maybe I'm getting used to it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Well,
My pleasure.
I will let you in a little secret. I was very nervous to be interviewing both of you, especially Ryan, when I saw that you had a podcast. Why that throws me for a loop, it does. And I think that's why my palms were sweating.
Well, it's nice to know I can affect people like that. I don't really think, I never imagined it possible,
I
but
see. All right. Well, thank you. And I look forward to keeping in touch and following you.
you definitely will. Thank you, Deb.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Lovely.
Have a great night.
You too. Bye
All
Thank
right.
bye.
you.
Bye-bye.